one obstacle, next obstacle, next obstacle, and next obstacle. And I'm making them. And I remember I got into the spider wall. It's this giant plexiglass.
Oh, and you got to like,
yeah,
I know.
In there.
Yep.
And I'm hearing my breath. And all of a sudden you get in there and kind of like the whole noise of the crowd kind of gets blocked out. And I'm just like, I cannot believe I'm here right now. Like I was just like, I remember thinking that, like, I cannot believe. So I get through there and I get to the next one, and you don't know your time. This is the first one you're actually timed on. You have to get there within a certain amount of time. So I get down to like, there's 2 obstacles left, and I see on the Jumbotron, I'm like, I'm not going to make it. So I run across these balance steps, really just out of desperation, make them. I may not have made it had I had more time, to be honest with you.
So you spotted there's a countdown clock.
There's a giant Jumbotron, but you can't see it until you're on the last 2 obstacles.
Yep.
It's really for the audience to be able to see it, really. And so I get there and I go to there's this last one called the Flying Squirrel, and I'm like, I gotta go. And it's this big swing, and you let go to this giant cargo net, and you're like, it's gotta be, I mean, you're 30 feet above, I mean, it's a long drop to the water. So I'm like, I'm going to this cargo net as, you know, I've got like 6 seconds just climbing down. I'm like, I'm not going to make it. And then I realize my hands aren't going to make it to that cargo net. So I loop my leg in there and do like this matrix drop backwards. And the crowd does one of those, not like, wow, like, oh, like just like it was a hideous, horrendous fall.
Because your leg got stuck in and then you're hanging upside down.
I'm hanging upside down. And I'm just like, oh. You know, and so I end up climbing up there and get to the platform. Timer goes off. Didn't make the buzzer in time, and I was out. But it was like, to be first one, and they were like, full course clear was a big deal at that time to get through all the full course, you know, and clear it. But I remember getting down, and she was like interviewing. She was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry you timed out, blah blah." And I was just like, "This was the best experience I've had in a long time, a very very long time." And so it was like, it was one of those things where it was like, it wouldn't have mattered if it went on, because I felt so just filled up by the experience. It was so cool.
Do you feel like that emotional connection was what you were missing from missing the Olympics? Do you feel like that filled that cup in your life bucket, that you were just like, I need to feel like I'm the man for like one competition, to feel like I've made it, like all this effort got you to that point? Do you feel like that substituted the void that the Olympics didn't have in your life?
Man, that's a great question. Nobody's ever asked that or put it in those words like that. And yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe, yeah. I think it was, it felt really good to be great at something. And I had, you know, like just personally. And so, yeah, I mean, it was it was kind of, how do I phrase this? It was like, it was so perfect to where it was at, because all these are about overcoming obstacles, right? And I was doing that. And then not only did I do that in the first round, but then I did it in the second round. And then in the final round, I was able to make it all the way to the end. Like, I finished it. And whether I hit the buzzer or not didn't really matter at that point. It's like, I did overcome these obstacles, and it really changed the trajectory, I feel like, my mentality anyways, for opening the business. Because then I came back and I was like, this has to be part of the gym.